brick made, bitch, I'm solid as steel. Brick the homie catch a case, we gon' fall in the pill. Gotta ride with the heat, cause my diamonds is chill. I got it on my jewels, boy, you must be tryna get killed. Real tote bag, red bottom or heels. Got them wondering if young Woo sign him a deal. Niggas can't fuck with me, I done served 100 pills. I be where the money be, flying over other seas. Truth is, I got more love when I was broke. Now I got money, seem like niggas want to smoke. Bad bitches wanna fuck me cause I'm dope. All I see is green, getting bundles with the lokes. I can't let a broke boy trick me off the street. Remember I was homeless, now you rent up on my feet. You spent in a year, I just spent it in a week. Still holding, chasing meals, showing niggas how to eat. Real street nigga, I ain't tryna play gangster. Young go getter, I just wanna make paper. It ain't saber with my Glock, I feel way safer. And it came with a drum like a bass player. Fuck getting ready, always ready for combat. Can't tell I got it on me, reason I love a compact. I can't sign a deal unless it's millions in the contract. Money on your head, then them killers push your top back. Young boss nigga, Woo to your peons. Better run like Ricky when we dumping out the Nissan.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Young Woo back with another On The Block reaction here on the Block News. Y'all know what to do. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Not later, but right now. Also, go ahead and hit that hype button. Let's push this shit to the algorithm and put it in their faces. Listen, today I'm back with another Boys in the Hood TV. As y'all should know by now, I fuck with this content. Listen, the title of this one is called Lil Crazy De Sh from Gangster Crips, shot 13 times, shot multiple Rollin 60s Crips. Now, we just did a reaction previously on Big Crazy D. That's why when I seen he dropped it, I'm like, did this nigga take it down and put it back up? Take it down and put it back up? Like, what's going on here? Is niggas playing with the content game? Or am I tripping? Did I react to him or did I not? But Lil Crazy D, as y'all know, Big Crazy D is Monster Cody, homie. You know, that's what was referred to in the video. So, Lil Crazy D, you know, if your big homie got a crazy name, or if your big homie got a name out here, if he a trophy, then you want to live up to that. So you're going to be getting into similar activities. Or your big homie ain't going to pick you as your little homie if you ain't already on what he on, you feel me? A lot of niggas who got big homies, they big homies took a liking to them and made them they little homies, you know. But we finna get this shit going, man. Let's get it.
Today we're gonna be discussing the life of Lil Crazy D from the Gangster Crips. Now, Lil Crazy D was born Nate Dwayne on August 4th, 1965 in South Central LA. Now, as a kid, he would be raised in the Manchester Square section of LA along with his siblings. Now, growing up, he would have a good childhood and love playing outside with his brothers and sisters. But the neighborhood would eventually start slowly changing by 1970 as the gang started to spread through the city. Now, his area would become the home to the notorious Gangster Crips. Now, as a kid, Nate would attend Raymond Avenue Elementary. And later on, he would attend Horace Mann Junior High. Like most kids his age, Nate would get into a lot of mischief here and there, but nothing out of the norm. But things would all change when Nate would see his older brother, Deatry, aka Big Crazy D, join a local gang called the Gangster Crips.
So there we have it right there. Like I said, he was influenced by his big homie, or your big homie taking a liking to you. In this case, his big homie happened to be his big brother. I see a lot of situations where your little brother will be your little homie, or, you know, niggas, some of my homies, they named after they pops, you know what I'm saying? They big homies is they pops. Like, you know, I'm just saying, hey, that's your first big homie anyway, nigga. That's your daddy, nigga. Especially if your daddy in the house or even out the house. As long as he doing his job, that's the real big homie. That's the nigga you really respect. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of niggas go up under they pops. But even Young Aunt Hefe, you feel me? Young Aunt stands for the fifth aunt from Gangsters. And then he got two little brothers. I know they call themselves, you know, NBA 1 and NBA 2. But really, that stands for newborn aunt 1 and 2. You know what I'm saying? And they just changed it to a derogatory term. But newborn aunt is the sixth one. So his little brothers looked up to him. You feel me? And they followed his footsteps. He led, you know, by example. Because niggas don't, in the hood, we don't follow your words. We follow your actions. You feel me? The reason I can say I ain't ever did no drugs, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't ever seen my parents do no drugs. We follow by example. I seen a lot of motherfuckers in the hood, you know what I'm saying, do drugs. But that shit ain't had no influence on me because I know my parents ain't never did no shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So kids, if your parents trying to tell you something, listen to them. Now, if your parents on the doing the wrong shit. If you see your parents do drugs, they try to steer away from what they doing. Everybody know wrong for right. So even if your parents have taught you wrong, you can unlearn that and begin to move right. You feel what I'm saying? But we're finna get this shit back going, man. Let's get it.
Now this will have an impact on Nate's life because not only was his brother a gang member, but he also had friends that was a part of the gang. So it was only a matter of time before he would get his put on. But in 1979, a war would break out between the 8 Trays and the Rollin 60s, and the 8 Trays were in need of new blood. And by the age of 14, Nate would get his put on to the 8 Trays, and he would go by Lil Crazy D under his big brother, Big Crazy D. He, along with Lil Monster and Lil Spike, will be the 3rd generation of the 8 Trays. Now around the same time, things would really start to heat up in the streets when the Rollin 60s would gun down Lucky and Twinkie from the 8 Trays. Now with these 2 deaths, the 8 Trays were now out for blood, and Lil Crazy D, even at his young age, will become one of the most active members with the war with the Rollin 60s. Now by the fall of 1980, the 8 Trays had lost 5 soldiers, and the Rollin 60s had lost a total of 8. Now although Lil Crazy D was deep into the streets at the time, he would attend Washington High School. Now eventually his big brother Crazy D would get locked up. So without his big brother there, Monster Cody would help Lil Crazy D and other 3rd generation members to sharpen their fighting skills in case they ever were in a situation where they had to use their fists instead of a gun. Now around December of 1980, Lil Crazy D, along with Monster and others, had plans on robbing the Western surplus to get some new guns to go to war with the Rollin 60s. They would get all liquored up, and Lil Crazy D was told by Monster to go to the crib and get a shotgun from his brother, Lil Monster. But before they can even execute their plan, the police would spoil it, and this would lead to one of the homies getting arrested. Now later that night, Lil Crazy D, while at home, would get a phone call that Monster Cody and Lil Hunchy had been shot at by the Rollin 60s, but Monster Cody would be severely injured and was currently in ICU. Now once he recovered, Monster Cody would call Lil Crazy D up on the phone and tell him what happened.
Niggas like Monster Cody around the hood, they got a lot of influence, you know, for being violent, for being gangster, for being loyal, for being really down for their homies, you know. So when they call, niggas listen, you know, and it's really back in the day. I think back in the day, you know, a lot of young niggas was misguided too, and they looked up to the big homies, and plus it was not a lot of information on the internet to see where this shit leads you, you know what I'm saying? So back then it probably was fun, it probably was just like they Call of Duty type shit, you know. But now that we got access to the internet, you know, videos like this, reaction like this, we see that, you know, really Monster Cody, he was not so much of a good influence on the nigga Lil brother, but the big brother was a good influence. Like, it ain't like you was doing good and you trying to get your little brother to do good. Nigga, you in jail and you got your little brother, or your little brother got his cell hanging with your homies and shit. You know, it's a never ending cycle because, you know, we all grow up together. A lot of niggas grow up together from the hood. Like when you born and bred over there, you know, even if you're not born and bred over there, if you moved over there at a young age, grew up with niggas at a young age, you know, you become a part of the community, and you just, everything be based off loyalty. It ain't even like, shit, if we didn't have a title to the gang, it's just, nigga, you my brother. Like, I got your back, fool. You feel what I'm saying? So if you call, nigga, I'm coming. And you know, that's how niggas operated back in the day. But kids, stay out the streets, it ain't what you think. It's all an illusion full of confusion. We finna get this shit back going, man. Let's get it.
Now during this conversation, Monster Cody would leave out the fact that Lil Hunchy had left him hanging, which is how he got shot. And only weeks later, after the shooting on January 1st, 1981, the 8 Trays would be out seeking revenge for Cody. Now Lil Monster would lead the mission. Lil D and the others job were to carry out hitting targets that were known Rollin 60 spots and shoot them up. Now this mission would go on for 3 nights, and by the 3rd night, Lil Crazy D was said to be going from house to house looking for 6 old members. Now these shootings would have the streets on fire, and the police were on high alert. Eventually, Lil Crazy D would report back to Monster, letting them know that they had a successful mission. Eventually, the LAPD crash unit would pay Monster Cody a visit while in the hospital, trying to get information from him to find out who was responsible for the string of shootings. Now later on, Lil Crazy D would get a phone call from Monster informing him that Lil Hunchy had left him hanging when the 60 shot at him. Now this would piss Lil Crazy D off, who would simply tell Monster, "I'll handle it." Now from this point on, Lil Crazy D will become one of the most vicious 8 Trays in the hood. Now the death count will continue to rise between the 8 Trays and the 60s all throughout the 80s. Now eventually most of the 8 Tray main shooters will be locked up with the exception of Lil Crazy D. And in 1983, OP from the 8 Trays will be gunned down by a Rollin 60 Crip by the name of Tik Tok, who would eventually be arrested for his murder. Now Lil Crazy D and Joker will be out on the warpath, and because they couldn't get Tik Tok, who is now locked up, they would go looking to shoot any 6-0 member that they could find outside. Now around the mid-80s, Monster Cody will get out of jail, and Lil Crazy D and
that's pretty much how it go. When your hood do something, you know, they would love to catch the nigga who did it. You know what I'm saying? When the 8 Trays in the 60s got into it, you feel me? And the nigga from 8 Tray killed nigga from 60s, they would have loved to get the actual shooter and for niggas not to have to go to war with them. They would have loved that. I'm sure the 8 Trays probably would have loved it now that they look back, and the 60s would have loved that. But due to the fact that the 8 Trays, you know, didn't give up, or the 8 Trays didn't give up the member that killed the 60s, they had to go to war. When the 8 Trays went out looking for Tik Tok, they couldn't get him. The 60 they wanted, fuck it, we gonna get any 60. So that's pretty much how it go. You gotta suffer from the consequences of the actions of your hood. Niggas be, listen, and it's different personalities in the hood, fool. You got crazy, you got laid back, you got gangster, you got buster. But whatever a nigga from your hood do, you gotta suffer from the consequences. If somebody making the hood look bad, that's your hood too. You part of the hood that's looking bad. You know what I'm saying? If your hood go out and bust a mission on a nigga, you feel me? Your homie catch a body and skip town. Guess what? All them niggas know is the nigga who did it from he from Peblos. Like, we can't find that nigga from Peblo. We finna pull up to the Peblo. We finna catch something. Like, fuck that. Emotions raising. That's how it go. So that's why I tell y'all that if you're a part of the congregation, there's no separation in your affiliation. If we pull up, you out here, I don't give a fuck if you got a camera. You out here, shit, let's just say DC Baby Draco, you in the 40s. Nigga, the right ops, all they do is see a crowd. They got the right opportunities. Niggas ain't looking because they focus on that camera. Get them. Shit, shoot the cameraman too. I'm just saying, anybody can get caught in the crossfire, especially if you from that hood. But even if you live over there, you hang over there, you walking over there, you fit a certain, you know, stereotype of black folk or Hispanic folk or whatever race whatever drama going on in that hood, you know, you could be affected by it. You know what I'm saying? But listen, we finna get this shit back going, man. Let's get it.
Joker would brag about how they caught a baby loaf in the 8 Tray neighborhood trying to tag on the wall. Now Joker would tell Monster, "Hey, we rolled old boy up and asked him what he was doing over here. And he broke out trying to run." And Lil Crazy D would respond, "Cause I cut his ass down with the 30-06 with the infrared scope. I f***ed his ass up cause he was squirming." And that's when Joker would pull out his 45 and tell Monster Cody that he had shot that baby loaf in the head. And he would say, "I can't stand to see a bitch made motherfucker suffering." Now, although he was active in the streets, he would still manage to graduate high school and even hold down a job as a mechanic at Sears. Now in 1985, things would really heat up between the 60s after Lil Crazy D homie Joker shot and killed Mumbles, who was from Rollin 60s at a store on Florence and Normandy. But in return, the 60s, PD Wack and Lil Eddie Boy would go to Joker's family house and execute his mother and little brother. Now eventually both...
Then they went to the nigga mama house. Hey, back then, the 8 Tray gangsters in the 60s, they beef was real. Niggas was kidnapping females. Niggas was doing some torture and shit back then in the 80s and the 90s, man. Niggas back then, niggas was brutal. You feel me? I think we definitely in a different time, you know, with the cameras and all the things that make it easier for people to get caught. I know a lot of people was, you know, they basically got away with a lot of crimes back in those times, you feel me, and did a lot of vicious shit. But listen, we finna get this shit back going, man. Let's get it.
Now eventually both PD Wack and Eddie Boy would be arrested for this murder, and Joker would also be arrested for murdering Mumbles. Now with Joker locked up, who is his road dog, Lil Crazy D will be out for blood against the 60s. He would really start applying pressure, getting into shootouts, which would lead to him to being shot over 9 times, over the next few years, but somehow Lil Crazy D would survive every attempt on his life. Now, because Lil D had built up such a vicious reputation in the streets, he had created a lot of enemies. And at this point, he was seen as a trophy.
And there we go right there. You know, they say a lot of niggas trophies for either dissing a lot of hoods, you know, but it's really trophy for, you know, I guess putting in work for your hood. You know, your name getting known, so you be considered a trophy, and that's what come with building your name pretty much in anything, from the streets to the content. You then become a target, you become a trophy. You know, motherfuckers that never worried about you or cared about you, now they hearing your name or they seeing you. You know, like I said, this shit applies to the streets and even to the internet. If you had no fame and your fame or popularity starts to grow, you will become a target because you a trophy. You will become a target from your own hood. Your own homies are one to tear you down. You know what I'm saying? You could put in work in the streets and become a trophy, and motherfucker speak so highly of your name. Your own homies, I want to put you on the shelf. I'm just saying, kids, stay out the streets. This shit ain't what you think. So an illusion full of confusion. But listen, finna get this shit back going, man. Let's get it.
For any hood, if he was to get murdered, and this would lead to another attempt on his life for the 10th time. But this time, it would almost take his life. He would be shot in the head with the bullet going through his left eye, nearly removing his scalp from his head. Now, he would be in ICU for a while, but eventually he would recover. Now, he would lose his left eye and have to wear an eye patch for a while. Now, even after having this near-death experience, this would only make Lil Crazy D that much more savage, seeking vengeance of any of the A-Trade rivals. He would become one of the most hated and respected A-Trades in the city of LA. Now, by the early 90s, he would be in and out of jail on different charges. Now, also at the same time, his big brother, Crazy D, in 1992, would be sentenced to life in prison for a double murder, which stemmed back on Mother's Day in 1988. Now, this would affect Lil Crazy D heavily because he didn't believe that his brother was responsible for those murders. And in 1994, word would get out that a man named Thomas Ray had allegedly snitched on another homie from the set. On October 28th, 1994, there was a party being thrown by the A-Trays on 82nd Street. Now, Lil Crazy D and another A-Tray member named Young would pull up to this party on a mission looking for Thomas Ray. Now, D would start walking through the party, asking people where they was from, even though he knew everybody there was from the A-Trays. Now, he would then make his way to the backyard where he would find Ray at. Once Ray saw Lil Crazy D, he would start going up to other members, pleading with them to not allow Crazy D to shoot him.
That's what niggas do, man. I told you. Lil Crazy D, at this moment, he was hiding behind gangbanging. You went to an A-Tray gangster party, you from A-Tray. It's no need to bang on your homies. Like, I'm from, you know where I'm from Pueblo. So it's a Pueblo party. I'm not banging on you, seeing if you from the set. 9 times out of 10, I'm going to know who you is. Like, let's just say we ain't seen each other in a while. Oh, I'm with you. Oh, yeah, you from the hood? Oh, what's the deal, fool? Like, it's more like that, laid back. Nigga ain't extra out. But, you know, Lil Crazy D got a chip on his shoulder already. Like, he's super hot at the 60s. Like, I would be too. Like, them niggas tried to kill you over 10 times. And, nigga, that final time, nigga, they shot you in the head and took out your eye. Nigga, you still out here gangbanging. For some niggas, a lot of niggas really live what they say. Nigga, this shit to the death. Till the wheels fall off. Nigga, to your eyes, your limbs. Nigga, to all your family gone. You feel what I'm saying? To every limb, to every sense you got is lost. Niggas keep on banging. Niggas still out here banging when they blind. Niggas out here with one eye banging. Niggas out here paralyzed in their wheelchairs banging. Got straps on them, everything. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? But old boy from the hood that told, this back in the day, this ain't the new times. New days, you can find a nigga you can see a nigga got proof, paperwork, proof that he told. You will see the whole hood hanging with him, and he good at the parties. He don't need a strap or nothing. Nobody's gonna do anything to him. You know what I'm saying? But back in those days, nigga, you'll get killed for being a snitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you even go to a party full of A-Trays why would a nigga in his right mind, you feel comfortable, you told on the homie? He got family from the hood, he got cousins from the hood, he got a clique of homies that's ready to ride and die for him. And homies kill homies all the time, just like homies snitch on homies. It always been a part of the game. This shit ain't new. It always been niggas from your own side that snake you, backdoor you, kill you, snitch on you. Period. It's already been niggas who the police can get to and get them to cooperate. It always been niggas undercover. This shit ain't new. It always been niggas killing their homies. It always been niggas snitching on their homies, my nigga. So you jumping in a game that ain't fair from jump. Like, you gotta watch out for ops. You gotta watch out for the cops. You trying to dodge bullets. You trying to dodge cases. You feel what I'm saying? And there's really no reward in this shit. The only thing you get from this shit is death or jail or paralyzation, nigga, or losing your sight, nigga. Kids, stay out the street, stay out the way. We gotta worry about this shit when you doing some legal shit. You got enough danger walking out your house trying to go get your money. So why make it even harder and become a part of the gang or be in these gang areas when you know you could be a target and lose your life? You got people out here depending on you. You got people out here that love you. Niggas gotta use their mind. Listen, take it from me. Nigga, stay up out the streets, my nigga, because it ain't what you think. It's all an illusion full of confusion. But listen, man, let's get this shit back going. Let's get it.
And that's when Lil Crazy D would walk up, shoving people out the way and pull out his gun. He would put the gun straight to Ray's head, forcing him to get on the ground. But Ray wasn't going down without a fight, so he tried to wrestle the gun from Lil Crazy D, and it would become a tussle. Now another A-Tray member would try to break up the fight, but Crazy D gun would go off, and this would lead to that man being shot in his hand. Now eventually Ray would break free and try to run, but he would be shot in his back at close range and collapse on the ground. But afterwards, Lil Crazy D and Young would run back to the car, but before leaving, they would let off more shots aimed at the house.
So them niggas shoot up their own homies party, you know, killed the nigga in front of everybody. Like I said, a lot of this shit was transparent back in those days. A lot of niggas was getting names that they wanted to live up to. Monster Cody, he's a monster. Crazy motherfucker, Crazy D, ain't no difference. A crazy monster motherfucker. They really live in their names. You know, it become a character that they gotta image that they gotta uphold, and sometimes trying to uphold an image or live up to a name, that shit could cost your freedom, cost your life, cost your limbs, cost your sight. You feel what I'm saying? Cost your legs and shit. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, kids, stay out the streets. It ain't what you think. We finna get this shit back going though. Let's get it.
By the time the police and EMTs arrive, they will find the house riddled with bullets, and they will also find Thomas Ray in the backyard, and he will be pronounced dead from a fatal gunshot wound to the back. Now, multiple witnesses from the party would identify Lil Crazy D and Young as the shooters. Now, eventually, both will be arrested and charged with first-degree murder and attempted murder. Now, during the trial, a total of 4 witnesses from that party would testify against Lil Crazy D, and it will be revealed by the prosecution that the victim, Thomas Ray, was not a snitch, nor was he a part of any active open investigation at the time. And by the end of the trial, Lil Crazy D and his co-defendant Young will both be found guilty of first-degree murder and attempted murder, and will be sentenced to 25 years to life in prison. Now, while in prison, Lil Crazy D would eventually change his life around and get his college degree while pursuing culinary. Now, after serving 25 years in prison, he would finally get released in April of 2020 to a halfway house. Now, at this point, he wanted to rebuild a relationship with his family, especially his 3 kids whose lives he had missed out on. But only 3 months later, in July 2020, Lil Crazy D would die of natural causes while still living in the halfway house. I would like to thank everybody for tapping in, and I'll see y'all next time.
Man, Lil Crazy D from A-Tray Gangster Crips shot 13 times, shot multiple Rollin 60 Crips. And look, listen, as you see, he died of natural causes. He could have been going through health problems. His big brother in jail caught an L. You know what I'm saying? Then he gets shot in his head and lose an eye. Nigga, that's built up anger. Nigga, that's built up emotion. You know, and sometimes, you know, motherfuckers inflict that pain onto their own. You know, so you thought a nigga snitch, or you created a story in your mind that a nigga snitch. I don't know if you had a problem with bro. I don't know if you trusted somebody's word off what was said. That's why they say you need official paperwork, because niggas was doing shit like this off hearsay. And that's also why niggas take it so personal when you throw a jacket, call them a snitch. Like I said, man, y'all be on these internet calling niggas snitches for shit that ain't snitching, you know what I'm saying? But the real life reality of this shit, that if motherfuckers did believe they were snitching, you know, back in the day, things like this would occur. So, you know, throwing a jacket on a motherfucker who ain't a snitch is kind of like sending a hit on him. You know, you creating the environment for him to die. You know what I'm saying? Or to get snaked, whatever. But listen, man, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Not later, but right now. My name is Young Woo. This C's on the Block News.
Bring the money straight to the block like King Von. Ice on my neck be shining harder than neon. Niggas wasn't moving right, now they left out. Ain't nobody crossing me, they getting X'd out, chest out. If you ask me, I'm the best out. Who got more money, me or you? Nigga, let's count. Cocky little dude, I be rocking all my jewels. Put it in my hand and the product getting moved. When we catch him, stretch him, put his partners on the news. Isn't it ironic how we talked about the school? Right there, on the block like I'm serving crack. Yeah, niggas better not speak on Young Woo, I heard he strapped. Everybody acting like they killers, that just murder cap. Niggas full packs turn track star when burners clap. Will Smith a nigga hit him with the Ike Turner slap. These niggas can't really rap, all they verses whack. Presidential rollie on my wrist, cost like 30 racks. I ain't never tripping on spinning cause I'ma earn it back. Yeah, I'm a real project baby from PB, nigga. Heard you hit the bounty jail and went PC, nigga. While I was looking like a star on your TV, nigga. You probably mad I'm shining hard with these VVs, nigga. Look, I was trying to put niggas on, but they had other plans. Talking about who's tougher, but I don't understand. Roddy Rich a nigga, have you ever touched 100 bands? Stack it up and blew it, man, don't run it up again. Roddy Rich a nigga, have you ever touched 100 bands? Huh? What? Nigga, Roddy Rich a nigga, have you ever touched 100 bands? Yeah, nigga, I'm the fucking man. Roddy Rich a nigga, have you ever touched 100 bands? Tell me, nigga, huh? Can't hear you, nigga. Speak up. Roddy Rich a nigga, have you ever touched 100 bands? Never seen it, nigga. Have you ever touched it? Roddy Rich a nigga, have you ever touched 100 bands? Let the money talk for me, young nigga. Roddy Rich a nigga, have you ever touched 100 bands? Huh? Nigga, have you seen it before, nigga?